In a small village nestled between the hills and the rivers of Zango, where time seemed to move slowly, and the air smelled of earth and life. The villagers lived simple lives, guided by ancient customs passed down through generations. The elders would gather in the evenings, under the stars, to tell stories of old, stories of love, bravery, and spirits that roamed the earth. Kofi was a young man of great strength and pride. His family were farmers, their hands forever in the soil, growing crops to feed the village. He was the pride of his people, respected by all for his skill and hard work. Amora, on the other hand, was the daughter of the village chief, a woman of grace, beauty, and elegance, raised to be a leader one day. But in a village like this, there were rules. And the rules were clear: people from different castes didn't mix, especially not in love. Every year, the village held a harvest festival, where families would come together to celebrate the fruits of their labor, dance under the moonlight, and give thanks to the spirits that watched over them. The festival was a time for unity, for laughter, and, for many, perhaps a little romance. Kofi had always attended, but this year was different. He was walking through the crowd when his eyes met hers. Amora was standing by the fire, her golden necklace glinting in the flames' glow. There was something about the way she moved, so confident, yet serene, like she carried the weight of the world on her shoulders, but never let it show. Kofi was drawn to her, and for reasons he couldn't explain, he found himself walking over to her. At first, they spoke only in glances and half words. But soon enough, they began to talk. And with each conversation, their bond deepened. They shared stories about their childhoods, Kofi, growing up with his brothers and sisters on the farm, Amora, learning about leadership from her father and the elders. They spoke of their dreams, their fears, and the things that made their hearts race. And, slowly, they began to fall in love. But there was a problem, a big one. Amora's father, the chief, had already chosen a suitor for her, a powerful man named Bodu, who had wealth and status. It wasn't a love match, but one of convenience, a union that would strengthen the chief's position. And Kofi? Well, he was a farmer's son, respectable, but not worthy of someone like Amora, at least in the eyes of her father. So, Kofi and Amora began meeting in secret, under the cover of night, by the river or in the fields, where no one could find them. They whispered dreams of a future together, one where the roles of caste and status didn't matter. But deep down, both knew that such a future might never come. Love wasn't the only force at play here. In this village, they believed in spirits, in the power of the ancestors to shape destinies. And the